As we know, with every chapter comes new perks. Some are good, some are bad, and some are just fun. But this chapter, Survivor's got an amazing new perk. The new perk is called Made for This, and what this perk does is while you're injured, it makes you run 3% faster. But not only that, whenever you finish healing somebody else, you get an endurance status effect for 10 seconds. The DBD community wasn't made for this. Is this perk really that strong? I've been seeing it run every single game, so let's get into it. Made for This is a strong perk. Being able to have a permanent 3% move speed while being injured is a really big deal. It doesn't sound like a lot, but if the killer tries to break a pallet, you can gain so much more distance. The only drawback would be being injured, but you'd be surprised how many times the 10-second endurance actually saved me. So it kind of takes away the only negative. But I don't think this perk is as strong as people want you to believe. A lot of the clips you see aren't just made for this. Normally, it's Made for This and Hope. These two perks combined give you a 10% increased move speed while being injured in the endgame. This is so fast, there are certain killers that aren't even able to keep up with you when you're hugging tight enough on a loop, or sometimes even just holding W to the next loop. So although I wouldn't consider this perk OP on its own, with other perks that synergize, you can make the best build Survivor has had in a while. With Resilience, Iron Will, and Made for This, you have to be injured for all three, and Resilience gives you a 9% increase on most things in the game. Now, it doesn't give you an increase on speed, but the extra vaulting speed you get from Resilience helps when you're getting base speed from Made for This. And on top of that, Iron will help you to not get caught while you're injured. Last but not least, Hope is another thing that synergizes with this build. It has nothing to do with being injured, but as I said earlier, there's a 7% increase to your speed in endgame. So if you're able to make it to endgame with this build, not only are you going to move 10% faster while injured, you also vault 9% faster, open doors 9% faster, you're quieter because of Iron Will, and if you need to reset, you can even heal faster too. But this build is not just for endgame. Iron Will, Made for This, and Resilience work throughout the entire game. So you're getting a lot of these benefits before endgame even happens. And not only is this build good for solo queue, but it's also really good for group play as well, which is why I think this build is incredibly versatile and really strong. One way I could see behavior trying to fix this build would be making it so the speed doesn't stack. So like Hope and Made for This can't be used together. Because as much as I like this build, 10% speed is quite a lot, even if it's only in the endgame. Some killers kind of rely on their endgame comebacks, and this build makes that a lot harder. Let me know what you think about this build in the comments. And thanks for watching.